Hey, this is a test route for Cheetham Hill in Greater Manchester. Quite a notorious test route. It's one of the more difficult ones, most commonly known by driving instructors. I'll give you a little commentary drive as we go through with some tips and hints and hopefully how to pass and not fail the driving test on this route. Right, so I'm in the test centre, just facing forwards out. Notice the car ahead of me there looks like it's trying to allow it to do a left reverse. So quick check around, there's nothing else moving off, so I can just move off to the left here. I'm not going to affect that lady there. It's going to turn left, middle and left mirror, signal down to the left. Couple of checks, right, left, right again. Yep, all looks clear. White cars coming at speed, just waiting for them to shut the door on the right. Yep, that's all fine. Notice the big truck coming down at the end. This road at the end can sometimes get populated, if you notice, by lots of parked vehicles. It's a good thing just to hold back, sometimes particularly for large vehicles like that. See, there's plenty of room for me in normal sized cars here. Right, I'm going to turn left at the end here. Now when you turn left here, there's a set of traffic lights immediately just on the left hand side. So let's see if I'm going to be let out here. Yep, let me out there, that's fine. So immediately I'm then going to turn right at these traffic lights. Keeping it nice and straight. Got these three cars to give way to here. Gentleman on the right just crossing the road, and that was clear. So go. Okay, so 30-mile-an-hour road. So promptly get up to the speed limit. It's important. Remember, do 30 mile an hour as and when you can, when safe to do so. Examiner doesn't want you to drive, remember, slower than the speed limit, only if it's dangerous or it seems a little bit congested. Do they want you to go a little bit slower? Obviously, speed is just relative to the space and the conditions on the road. Right, now notice there's nobody pressed the button on either side of the pedestrian crossing, so puffing crossing that one. And there's a bend coming up, notice there, sharp left bend sign with a right side road, so the road on the right gives way to you. Good thing to do is just slow it down to the low 20s. Consider gear 2 if there's a bit of a queue, on the bend. It's a bit of a blind bend as well. Right, I'm going to turn right at these traffic lights, so you check your middle and your right mirror and signal up to the right. When you're stopping behind oncoming cars, make sure you leave about imagine like a car in between you and them, or at least half a car, so you're looking to see the bottom of the tyres and the tarmac on the road. Now looking on the opposite side, lights have just changed. You notice there's a green filter arrow, so as long as that arrow stays on, once I've committed past the stop line, even though it's gone off, still have time to go. Notice the cars on the left will give way to me there. Notice the giveaway lines on the left hand side. Right, this is Leicester Road, 30 miles per hour road. Right, they may ask you to pull over on the left here, so notice here you don't want to park in the bus stop, so just make sure you drive good bus length or so clearance past the bus stop. Remember, the bus has got to drive on again. Neutral handbrake once you've stopped. And then they'll say just drive on when you're ready, so check your left to right blind spot. I'll indicate because there's a car behind, but it's a long way back, so I can get my speed up, and then away I go. I notice there's a lady on the left, press the button on the crossing, so this could change. Just check my middle mirror, holding my speed. Yeah, I'm committed there now. Right, it can get quite busy this road if you look ahead, quite a few shops and businesses, so just be wary on this road. Look out for pedestrians crossing the road, not necessarily using the crossings. Look for people parking, people pulling out of side roads. Notice this van on the left, notice the car on the left there. There's brake lights on, so I know the driver's in there. Lots of parked vehicles, notice on the left. We've got this lady just on the right walking to the middle island. So just dropped it down into gear 2, just below 20 mile an hour here, because I've got a mini roundabout coming up as well. Just taking my time here, just keeping out for any hidden dangers. So the mini roundabout going to carry on ahead, so there's no signal at all required when you're going ahead at a mini roundabout. You give way to the opposite cars turning right. Notice this black Mercedes. The two vehicles after it are not signalling at the moment. Nope, that's all good for me to go. Remember, no exit left signal required. Crossing has a speed bump, so I'm just going to stay in gear 2 until I'm over the speed bump. It's a 30 road, so once I'm over there, I'm going to use a little bit extra power, back up to gear 3, close to 30. It's a parked vehicle, check middle right mirror, just move on to the markings in the middle, these hatch markings, perfectly fine to do so. Just take your middle and your left mirror to move back off the markings when you've cleared the parked vehicle. Same situation here, middle right mirror again. I'm just going to stay on the markings now. I've got 2 or 3 more parked vehicles if you notice there, so just check my mirrors again, keeping my distance out. This white car's decided to pull out in front of me. any kind of apology. No, she just carried on, never mind. Situations like that, she shouldn't have pulled out. She's made me slow down, but it can happen. Just keep calm, check your mirror, drop your speed, drop a gear if you need to, and just leave space and clearance. Right, the traffic light's coming up. They're on green. There was a queue. It's just started to move. I'm going to turn left. Check middle, left, and mirror. I'm not signalling yet because of this road on the left. Just positioning a bit closer to the curb. Right, now check my middle and my left mirror signal down. Now you go into this little separate lane. It's here, separated from the lane going ahead by an island. So it's looking opposite. Yeah, nothing to give way to. So despite that, there's no give way markings there. Also notice these arrows here telling me to move to the right. Check middle and right mirror. Yeah, so there was no give way lines, but whenever you're turning left in a separate lane to the left traffic going ahead, and those two lanes are separated by a traffic island, like a crossing island, you have to then give way to anything opposite turning right. So just making sure it was clear there. Just drop speed, check my middle and my right mirror. The car on the other side was giving me a little bit of space, so I deemed that was okay. So again, check my middle right mirror, and then check my middle left mirror to come back over. Okay, so 30-mile-an-hour road. It's relatively clear. Not two cars ahead braking. Not quite sure why. Ah, there we go. The second car was turning. See, I couldn't see it because of the first car that's in front of me. Again, quite a few shops on the left, if you notice there. All the cars are facing forwards in, so be wary here if any cars might be reversing out, so look for white reverse lights. So relatively clear at the moment. Now, if you look a bit further ahead, crossing has just gone to red. Got a car in front of me turning right as well. Just holding back. Yeah, see that grey van's coming out, that's fine. The flashing amber indicates this is a pelican crossing. So as long as there's no pedestrians, which I've looked left and right, there is nobody, I do not have to wait for green. It's gone to green anyway, but remember, you can go on flashing amber if there's no pedestrians. Right, now coming up, the bus lane on the left, it is at the moment, the time is just coming up to 12:30. Now it says I can drive in the bus lane according to the days and times, because I'm not within the days and times on that sign. However, up ahead I'm going to turn right at the traffic lights. Sometimes you can be following the sat nav here. So because I'm turning right at the traffic lights, I am not going to drive in the bus lane, even though I can, I'm permitted at those times. But I'm going to stay here just for forward planning ahead. Right, so you can sometimes be following the sign for Middleton, if you notice there. So check my middle and my right mirror. I'm just moving a bit closer to the middle line. Just waiting to signal, so I've just passed this entrance on the right. Yeah, I can put my indicator up now. If you notice the arrows, you can go ahead and right from this lane. This is what happens if you don't use the bus lane on the left. So this car in front of me, where's it going, do we reckon? It's going ahead, right, light's still on green, yep. So I can go into the middle. I can enter the yellow box junction because my exit road on the right is clear. Good. Notice the cars on the left there, they'd give way to me. If you notice there, the give way lines. So there's that separate lane that I mentioned previously when we turned left, but there was no markings. That one actually had nice clear markings. It's nice when roads have markings. It just makes my life a lot easier as an instructor trying to teach. Right, so driving along this road here, you've got Cheetham Park on the left-hand side. Nice big houses on the right-hand side overlooking the park. Cost a fair few pennies. So there'll be a right turn up ahead shortly that we're going to take. So keep your eyes on the road ahead. Notice the pedestrian crossing the road there. Yep, that'll be onto the side bit there before. Just having a little wander through the park by the looks of it. Okay, so the right turn's coming up. You notice just near where that blue bin is. So middle and right mirror indicates up to the right. There is a box to use, like a right turn box. It's not very clear. Just try and drift over diagonally and then bring your steering back to the left to straighten up. Right, so turning onto Mead Hill Road. It's a 20 miles per hour road. Just notice the sign just on the left hand side there. It's also got speed bumps. Just to reiterate that it's 20. Not always speed bumps if you, 20 mile I've got speed bumps, but this one is. So it's quite a wide road as well, so it's very tempting if you didn't have the speed bumps to get up to maybe not full 30, but definitely mid 20s. Right. The speed bumps are not speed bumps, they're just painted, so they're there to just to give you a visual that there is some. Right, so the mini roundabout, I'm going to carry on ahead, so again, no signal required when I'm going ahead at mini roundabout. Checked ahead and right a couple of times, yep, that's all clear. no signal required, unlike a large roundabout where you'd normally indicate left on the exit. So coming up to a set of traffic lights, still 20 miles per hour. If you look in the distance, I can just see 30 signs. There's 30 signs after, 30 mile an hour after those signs. We're going to go ahead. So the markings are fairly clear here, so the left lane goes ahead. Lights have changed. So I was prepared for that anyway. I didn't want to speed up too early just in case the lights changed. So checked my middle mirror on the approach. There was nobody behind me, so it was comfortable to stop there. Right, so like I said, going ahead at the lights, which is always the case if the examiner doesn't say anything, so always follow the road ahead. If it's anything different, the examiner will state. And while you're sat at traffic lights, just keep your eyes looking right and left, look for the traffic flow, look for other traffic lights. See the traffic lights moving for the traffic moving from the left and the right. You can also sometimes predict when you might be going. So I can see they're still on green. Got this lady just crossing the road here, even though the crossing is on red. She's just had a good look around. There was nobody turning, so it looks okay. You can always, I can put my handbrake on as well now, so just so you don't have to sit on the foot brake for your whole test. Just also ensures that you're not on, the brake lights are not showing at the back, so that's preserved. Now, just gone amber to red on the left hand side. Yep, there we go. So it's a good thing to keep an eye, because then it can kind of give you a little prequel of when the lights are going to change for you. So you can, if you're in neutral, you can put it back into gear 1, and you can put your hand on the handbrake ready to take it off if you can see it's going to change. Right, now down this road, it's downhill, so barely accelerating here because the hill does a lot of it for me. You can ask you to park up commonly on this road, so I'm just going to give you a little demonstration. I'm going to indicate left because I've got a grey van behind me. I'm just going to move into the left here, relatively close to the curb, within about a grid's width. Right, and once you've stopped, just neutral, handbrake, cancel signal if you've used one, and again wait for further instruction. Check your blind spots, left to right. Yeah, I'm going to indicate, because there's a vehicle behind me, but it's a long way back so I can get up to speed, just letting them know out of courtesy. Right, so quite a wide road this one, so remember it's 30 mile an hour. I saw that sign just before the last set of traffic lights. So don't be tempted to go above 30 here, even though there's lots of space. The common misconception here is it's very wide for a 30 road, this one, so people think that it's very easy sometimes to go faster because there's more space. Sometimes if people's heads equals more speed. It's not the case. You are restricted to a speed limit. It's definitely the case, so if the road gets narrower, so reduced space always indicates reduced speed when driving. So a bit further down this road, the road does bottleneck a little bit. It does start to come in. I notice a lot of cars parked on the left there. There's possibilities for a parallel park, so that is an option on the driving test on this road. So you can see lots of possible cars there to use, so bear that in mind. So you look ahead, see there's a few parked vehicles on both sides. We've got the roads looking like it's getting a little bit narrower, so I've checked my middle mirror, just slowed my speed down to the mid-20s just for this section now, rather than 30 as I was before. Still looks, it's still wide enough for two cars, but you know, it's just getting a bit thinner. What's that car? Car's turn, that's fine. So again, it's gone a little bit thinner again, so again, just keeping just between 20 and 25 for now. It's downhill as well, so again, barely any accelerator. Just check my middle right mirror. Right, so you notice now the road has got noticeably narrower, but there's no parked vehicles, so I've got probably similar road space than what I had previously. So again, just keeping it in and around the middle 20s. Right, now the junction at the end can sometimes be a bit tricky for learner drivers. It's not your conventional type. It's quite a tight entrance on a bit of a funny angle as well, if you notice. So it's a give way. We've got the keep clear markings there, if you notice. There's nothing in ahead of me, so I can keep those clear. Those markings clear, so that's fine. I'm going to turn left, so middle left mirror, even though it looks like I'm just going ahead. Notice the 20 zone sign just there. So you check over your shoulder, you have to check over your blind spot to see what's coming. It's got a bus coming past. Got a grey car, notice the bus is stopped in the bus stop on the left hand side as well. Got another grey car just coming from the right, and then it's okay for me to go, is it? No, white Audi. Oh yeah, actually it's turning into this road behind me, that's fine. Right, so remember 20 zone now. The buses drove off from the bus stop, if you notice. And it's just a short 20 zone, this one, just because there's this school on the left hand side. It's Pike Fold Community Primary School. So you might be able to notice there, it was a 20 zone back there, but look at the 30 sign just coming up here. So that's a very short one. So it's literally just as you're passing the primary school there. Now, if you look at the road though, I'm not really going to be able to get to 30. Again, it looks a bit narrow. There's plenty of room for me and this oncoming car here. Not plenty of room, but there's enough. Just taking it nice and slow in gear 2, just below, around about 15 miles per hour. Here there's a road on the left, so I want to make sure I can clear that with the queue, just leaving a bit of space for that black car to turn. Yeah, it looks like I can get past the keep clear. I don't want to block that junction, so that's okay. I'm just going to follow the road ahead at the lights, because that's always the case if the examiner doesn't say anything. Just making sure that it stays on green. Yep, I notice the bus has just stopped at the bus stop, so let's see if it's clear coming the other way. Not yet. Couple of cars coming, just leaving some space. Looks clear now. Indicate right. Check my middle right mirror. Yeah, even though the bus was indicating right, I was committed to the overtake there. I was nicely to the right, so the bus could see me in here in their right hand mirror as well. So try not to abort and overtake halfway through, because you just find yourself on the wrong side of the road potentially. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to turn right this junction here. It's an uphill junction. So consider your handbrake if you have to come to a full stop here. Just holding my biting point approaching, looking both ways. Oh, looks clear actually. Yeah, so just consider your handbrake there if you have to stop. Right, now this is quite a tricky bit of road as well for learners when you first come to it. It's not the most conventional of roads, this one. So if you notice, it's quite thin and narrow. So obviously stay relatively close to the curb on the left just to leave room for any cars coming the other way. I'm on green at the minute, but I want to make sure that I can actually fit. You know, the traffic's going really slow here. So I'm just going to hold here. I'm just going to have a look, see if I fit. I don't want to get stuck. Yeah, I'll just stop here. So the lights have changed. And look at the grey car that's just stopped edging around. You know, the lights are now on green, but look how it's... Is it blocking that traffic from the right? Kind of are, aren't they? They've just got themselves going now, but you know, it's that delayed, that black car and this red car from going now. So be very cautious here about whether there's space. Just because it's on green, remember green only means go if the way is safe and clear to do so. So because of the awkward angle here, you can't really see what's around the corner. You can see there's another set of lights very close together. Just be very cautious about whether you commit here. The best thing to do if you're not 100% sure is just stop. Just stop at the stop line, and then you can have a look at the space and see if there's room. So all the other lights are just going to red on the main road. Yep, so that's me. Right, now you're only one on green here at the moment. Now there's 2 lanes. If the examiner doesn't advise which lane, you obviously pick up the left lane. So you can use both to go ahead. So just moved over to the left. Now, if you look ahead though, it looks like it's a left to right merge, if you notice. Look at the curb just veering out. Okay, so there's a car next to me, so I'm just going to make sure they can get ahead of me a touch. Just indicated right because there's a silver van behind me. Check my middle mirror, right blind spot, and then move down. Okay, yeah, so it's right there. Just pick the left lane to go ahead if there's 2 lanes and there's no arrows to say left lane's left only, because that's your normal driving lane. If the examiner there, because it is a left to right merge, the examiner may advise you there to stay to the right, because remember, they know the route's probably better than you. So if they advise stay to the right, trust what they're telling you, they're not trying to trick you. So follow the road ahead then from the right hand lane if the examiner states so. But if they don't, just use the left lane to go ahead. And then just deal with the merge as you get a bit further up ahead using mirror signal maneuver. So nobody at the crossing, the pedestrian on the left's nowhere near it, so there's no hazards or dangers there. It's the van up ahead braking, just indicating if you notice there. Not legal parking, but a van, maybe doing some deliveries. Just check my middle and my right mirror. Just moved on to the markings here, because he's part there, he might just get out the driver's side, just giving him plenty of space, and middle left mirror. Right, the traffic light's going up, I'm going to turn right. So check your middle and right mirror. Now there is a road on the right, just where the solicitors is on the right, so delay your signal till you're level with that road, which is now. Now you can go ahead from this lane as well if you noticed on the arrows. So the van opposite, notice is not indicating, so that also must be in a head lane as well as right. So I'm just going to keep straight here. I'm not going to turn diagonally because I can see that lane does go ahead. Notice the van's wanting to turn now, right, so I might now just put some turn on, because the problem is now I can't see unless I do go a touch to the right. Lean in. Yeah, I can make that. That's fine. Good stuff. Yeah, so say straight initially because I knew it was a straight ahead lane because the van had previously gone straight. But once that van had got into that position, I then couldn't see if I sat where I was. So just edged a little bit just to see if it was okay. Again, not wanting to overcommit just in case I took myself into the path of oncoming cars. Right, so here, there's no 20 sign as I came in here, but I've got a double bend and a low gear now and a 14% downhill gradient. It's warning me here. Wow, yeah, look at this is pretty steep. So just hung on in gear 2, not going to touch my accelerator at all because gravity and the weight of the car will take care of this now. So I'm basically just covering over my brake. Right, so just tap my brake about now. I've just got to there, I've got up to about 27 mile an hour. I've not even touched my accelerator. So that just shows you the steepness of this hill. So I'm just covering over my brake. Right, see, it's just leveling out now. So surprisingly, even without touching my accelerator there, in a lower gear as well. So I was stayed in gear 2 to give me a bit of engine braking. I suddenly got to 27 mile an hour very quickly. Right, so notice again, the road's quite narrow here. Just beware if there's any parked vehicles, just consider whether there is space to carry on. I'm going to go left when we get to the end. Now this is a bit of a unique giveaway junction, as in there's actually 2 lanes. Okay, so if you're turning left, it's obvious you're going to use the left lane. So you'd actually use the right hand lane. If you notice there's a road ahead, so you'd use the right hand lane to go ahead or to turn right. Right, leaning forward, left and right again. Yep, all clear. Right, so again, no signs, so obviously 30 miles per hour. See what's around this end. Notice the puddle on the left, just staying to the right to avoid the puddle. Try and avoid puddles because they can hide sharp objects or large objects that could damage your tyres. Also, if you splash a pedestrian and you get basically reported, you are liable to a maximum £1,000 fine if found guilty or if reported. Right, there's a 20 zone sign coming up again. So again, it's similar to the other one, this one. This is because we're just going to pass a primary school just on the left hand side. Got speed bumps as well. So you get sometimes quite a combination of 20 zones and speed bumps, not always. It's quite a common combination of the two. Notice no one's at the crossing. That one's a toucan crossing. That had pedestrians and cyclists pictured on the box, you know, where they press the button. So that's how I knew that was a toucan crossing. So remember, 2 things can cross on a toucan crossing. Those 2 things being pedestrians and cyclists. Right, now I can hear sirens. Now I'm just looking in my mirrors. I can hear, it's just coming from the left if you notice there. So just left the junction clear. Just check my middle and my right mirror moving away. Yeah, all clear. Yeah, I could hear the sirens. Now when you hear sirens like that, check the road ahead and behind. Now if they're not ahead or behind you, they're clearly going to be coming from the left or the right. So there was a crossroad junction. Notice I'm at 30 now, notice the sign there, so I'm up to 30 now. Yeah, so there was no flashing lights ahead or behind, so it was clear it was going to come from the left or the right. So what I didn't want to do there is commit to the crossroad junction, and then like I said, it was a police car to suddenly come flying at me from the left and the right. So left space, held back, and just waited until I could actually see them, because I could hear them obviously way before I could see them there. Alright, so just keep calm when you hear the sirens, don't panic. Just aim to stop if you're coming up to situations like that where there's crossroads and you can't see either the emergency vehicle either ahead of you or behind you in your mirrors. So the junction is on an uphill bend, so make sure you keep on your accelerator to keep your momentum going. It's a wide road, so again you can keep it, you know, mid to high 20s here. Right, there's a give way at the top of the hill. Right, no braking as you're doing this. Just drop the gears down, gear 2, so give way in 80 yards. We're going to turn left. Now, it's a bit of an awkward one, this one. So middle and left mirror, signal left. Just follow the curb with your positioning here. You can stay in 2 though if it's clear. Yeah, looks nice and open actually. Yeah, all clear. Then I'm going to take the first rod on the right. So middle and right mirror, indicator. Just move into this right turn box. Ooh, car just coming up over the hill. After that's clear, yeah, so it's poor sighted that one as you're turning. Right, so was there a 20 sign coming in? Didn't see one there. No, so no 20. Right, this one says give way to oncoming car, so delay as long as I can. Yep, middle right mirror, looks fine, out to go. So there, commit to the other side of the road as late as you can, because of the bend here. They could come round that hill, particularly if it's downhill as well. They could come round that bend quite quickly. Yeah, so there's no 20 sign as we came in there, but the conditions kind of look like a 20, as in residential, uphill, windy and bendy. Got those called traffic calming chicanes, so it was giving either me priority or the other car priority. I've got speed bumps, you know, it's on the road now as well. School on the left. Yeah, so I'll probably just make this a 20-mile-an-hour road, even though it's actually not signed. Right, zebra crossing. You can see the markings, the yellow markings there for keep clear outside the school. There's white zigzags as well. The two next to the curves mean no parking or waiting. The one down the middle means no overtaking. Here, temporary traffic lights. Right, so let's check my mirrors, make sure they stay on green for me. Yeah, I'm committed from there. So it's three-way control. So I've got set lights for me, set lights ahead, and then a set lights just for that side road also on the right-hand side. Right, so we're near the end of the test route here. So I'm going to turn left once I get to the end of this road. Quite a tricky road to get out of this one. So I'm going to turn left and it's immediate first right. So again, keeping your tyres and your tarmac clearance. The car in front. So when you're sat in a queue, just keep patient, but obviously keep vigilant. Keep looking for when the cars ahead start to move. Again, consider your handbrake. Yeah, I'll pop it on. The car ahead looks like it's not going to be able to get out of there for a while. So the first car in the queue here is turning right, so it's quite tricky to get out of here to turn right. So obviously you need a gap on both the right and the left simultaneously at the same time. Car ahead of me is turning left like me, so that they shouldn't take as long to get out. It's going to edge out now, so it's starting to edge out to the middle. Yep, that's fine. The car ahead of me is going to have straight away. It's not clear for me though. Got at least 3 or 4 cars to give way to. Another car's just come up the side road. Yeah, just got the blue one's turned in. Right, that's fine. No one at the crossing. Nope, all good. Right, then take this first road on the right here. So middle and right mirror signal up. It's a 20 zone, this one, so it does actually have a sign, this one. Looks clear ahead. Good. Right, so yeah, see a big 20 painted on the floor as well, nice and helpful. Right, now this is another possibility where you may do a parallel. There's again lots and lots of parked vehicles on the left, so depends if the road, so there's any space basically for you to do it. Yeah, lots of possibilities to do the parallel on this road. Could possibly do the pull up on the right as well if you notice. Lots of spaces you could park if there's not as many parked vehicles there, so that's a possibility as well on this test route. So giveaway junction coming up at the end here. I'm going to turn left. So I'll check my centre on my left mirror, just indicate down to the left. Just drops it into 1. Right, that's an awkward one, this one, because I've got, let's have a look. Yeah, it looks fine. Then this bit here, it's my priority here in this traffic calming chicane. But obviously if a car was already coming to the left, coming half, you know, it's like a bit of a zigzag as I'm coming through. So this one I have to give way, but there's no oncoming cars, so middle right mirror. Yeah, so there's a car already passing through, because I was on the give way for the junction. I've got to give way to anybody on the road. So if there's a car already passing through there, it's probably safe practice and best practice just to let them through. Right, so it says 30, if you know, it's just on the left and the right there. Now, looking at the road, it's wide, but I've got another one of these traffic calming chicanes coming up, so I'm going to take that 30 sign with a pinch of salt. I'm going to stay between 15 and 20 miles an hour, so passing through here. It says my right of way, even if there was a car coming the other way. The markings aren't great, just look on the floor on the right there. There's some remains of some giveaway markings, but it's not great. At least it's well signed though, that's one thing you can say about this road. Alright, right, so we're right near the end of the test route now. So the road here, if you look, just bends round to the right. Don't follow that road ahead that's on the left, that's a different road. Look at the markings down the middle. There's another 30 sign, so that suggests, right, it said 30 back there, then this says 30. Yeah, but anyway, it was just best to do 20 mile an hour the whole way down that road, really, wasn't it, if you think about it. Right, so just come back here. You could go into the driving test centre if you have basically not done your reversing manoeuvre. So you'll do reverse, bay park in there. So I'm going to give you a little quick demonstration of that if it looks clear. I'm just going to have a quick look inside. Yeah, looks relatively clear. Yeah, I'm going to squeeze that in. So you've got bays on the left and the right. So I'm going to do one of the bays on the left. Just line up to the left. Check my right blind spot. Swing it round to the right. Look for 2 lines in my mirrors. There they are. Popped in reverse. Check my left and right blind spot. Backed up straight. A little bit of angle. Just bringing it back to the right. ignition stopped. There we go. Right, I'm not going to hang around in the test centre because I know the test centre manager here doesn't like you using it, so I'm just going to drive on again. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that test route. Hope you find it helpful. It's one of a number of Cheetham test routes I'm going to do in the next few months or so. If you'd like to check out my channel, I also have a lot of test routes for Bolton, which is in Greater Manchester as well, Bolton test routes. Yeah, so hopefully it helps you pass the driving test on this route if you do get it. And if you subscribe to my channel, hit the alert button, the bell button for all future video uploads, that would be greatly appreciated. So thanks again for watching today. Hope you have a good day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.